Subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man.
The livest one though was when they recorded "Smile," man. When we was at Death Row Studios with Pac.
So they did that together.
Yeah, we was in L.A. I think we was working on the Untouchable album. So with Face, like when he works on his albums, he pretty much he ain't the kind that would sit around and make songs and make songs and make songs and then go to the studio and mix them. Like we go to the big studio and we making the song that day.
Oh, top to bottom.
Yeah, from scratch. We finna make everything today. And that's what we would do. We would go to LA and spend months out there. Had apartments and shit. And one day Pac came through there with the Hummer, with the PA system on top. Talking about Scarface, come out with your hands up. He's riding through there, so we look out, we're like, shit, that's Pac. So we all ended up going to Death Row that day.
Oh, he was just coming down to fuck with him.
Yeah, he was just coming to fuck with Face and shit. We ended up going to the studio, and yeah, that's what they did the Smile record that day.
Just on the whim.
On the whim. That's actually the same day. If you heard on My Homies, you ever seen the My Homies video at the end where he's like freestyling? Mm-hmm. That's from that session right there. Face's cousin Jamal, rest in peace, Jamal. Jamal filmed like Pac was his favorite artist. I used to hate to listen to Pac because that's all the fuck he played. Like he played nothing but Pac, Jamal, man. And so he filmed that, and he actually Pac said he would just write a whole bunch of shit. Like Face is meticulous. He takes his time. Pac's just writing shit. So Jamal ended up grabbing one of Pac's one of the songs he had. It was called like Snow in Africa or some shit. And man, this motherfucker had this shit folded up in his wallet forever until it just disintegrated.
Oh, he stole his rhyme.
Yeah, he had like the paper that he wrote it on. Like he had Pac's lyrics, like handwritten Pac song. And yeah, I was like, bro, once you frame that shit or do something with it, he's carrying it around in his pocket, like
showing motherfuckers and shit.
So it just disintegrated. Yeah, you know how she leave it in your pocket, like it's done.
It ain't nothing but dust.
So yeah, that shit happened.
No shit. So the whole time they doing this, Face is working on it, but Pac just writing just records, and they making the beat all this shit talked about.
Yeah, well, that ain't even the same beat. Like the song was laid on a different beat. They Tone Capone and Face and Mike Dean came back and did the Smile. I think that's everybody that was on there.
So it didn't have a hook Smile. That came afterwards.
That came afterwards. Yeah.
Gotcha. No shit. Okay, who else you been in like that's like iconic like that, like Pac and shit, and like who else that's not around from here of Texas? You know what I mean?
I mean, shit, I've been in the studio with Dre, with Face before, with Jay-Z.
Okay, how did the Dre thing go? Because I hear Dre is like just crazy in the lab.
Yeah, I forgot what song he was. No, he was. What song was this? Is around the time that he did the Aftermath album, like his first album after leaving fucking with Easy and them. I can't remember the song. This was dope about Dre's studio session. Like you go in there, and he's got a lounge room full of musicians, just chilling. Like, so if he says, "Hey, I need a flute player," like it's one in there. I need this or that, he's in there. Like, I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to have that.
So everybody just waiting on their number to be called.
Word. Like, yeah, he's in there creating. Like, and I know that motherfucking. I forget what studios we had. I can't remember the name. That shit was loud as fucking.
That's what I was about to say. I heard Dre like studio shit just be ridiculously loud. You know what I mean?
That shit. It's like this. You know how silent a room, if you build a room correctly, that room is almost hard to set in. It's so quiet, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess essentially in a studio, what you want to create is the sound to pass you one time and die. You don't want no reflections, no reverbs, and nothing. So there would be a song and like that shit could be loud as fuck and it'd just be like wah, and then dead silence, you know what I'm saying? And like the room was that tight. So yeah, that shit was dope.
No shit. Okay, you said Drake, Jay-Z. Talk about it. What was the Jay-Z? Was it Can't Be Life? That session?
No, this was for
talk to me, man.
Nah, this is a song on Face album. They're kind of going back and forth on it. I think it's Get the Fuck Out the House. I forgot some. I can't even think of the name of that song, but yeah, Yeah, maybe on Last of a Dying Breed or some shit. I can't remember.
This was out here. This was in New York.
No, we was in L.A. Same studio in Burbank at the Enterprise. And Jay's dope. So they got 2 mics set up. You know what I'm saying? And Jay didn't write shit. Like Face would be sitting there and like they were like going back and forth with their rhymes. You know what I'm saying? So like Face would write his line. And then they got both mics set up. He would spit it, and as soon as Face would finish his line, Jay would spit his shit. Face would go back and write his shit, say it, Jay would spit it right after. Like, he ain't take no time with it.
Damn.
I've heard he's like that. I heard he don't like write shit. He just go in there and says it. Like,
I heard him about not writing, but to be that prepared. Like,
no, to be able to do that and say the things that you say. Yeah. You think about people that freestyle and they looking around the room talking about the wall and what you got on and that kind of shit, to say some really meaningful shit. Yeah. And you're not taking no time to write it down. Like, he says some shit, bro. Like,
yeah. I mean, he wanted to call. Who's the best rapper to you all the time? Who would you say?
Shit. He's up there. He's up there for sure. Yeah, for sure. Face is too. Like, it ain't definitely. Again, you know what I'm saying? It's not so much how you do it, it's how it ends up. What do you end up putting out? What are you saying? Yeah. Yeah. Both of them got a whole lot to say for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Donnie Houston.